And I think we're live. Oh, okay, okay. Hmm. Yeah, better stop that. Um, I was, I have my own tab open, um, just to see if the thing is working. Hold on. I'll get into the creepypasta right in a bit, but I need to figure out some stuff first. Just bear with me. Until then, I just gotta wait for like more people to join. Uh, right. So, see my live stream. How's it doing? This is a what the hell? Oh, oh, it's going well. Oh, okay, so I'm just gonna be doing some random readings. Uh, Let me just. Hmm, right. Um, start just a bit. Oh, okay, so we're live. Yeah, I better start getting to reading this shit. Um, viewer discretion is advised because um, this creepypasta is called Lucario's Pain. Um, on the Trollpasta wiki, it's the fail of the month for September 2017, and there's um, yeah, though it says it's highly not safe for work, so um, this is probably not going to be the most family friendly thing ever. Or actually, this one is way too long. Okay, let's start with something lighter. It's called the Scooby Doo theory. Yeah, if it's called the Scooby Doo theory, then just know it's gonna be quality. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna start reading this now. Scooby Doo is just a normal, popular kids' television show, right? Wrong. I just gotta love the way this starts. Like, oh, I mean, it feels like such a generic way to start a story. Like, oh, it's just an innocent thing. But what if you're wrong? It's wrong. Um. Okay, let's continue this. Wrong. Scooby Doo is a drug-induced cartoon and is very fantasy-like. Um. Why the drug-induced part? Whatever. Shaggy's a hippie high school dropout who spends most of his free time getting high up on drugs. I mean, it was the 60s. That's kind of like what everyone did. Scooby Doo does exist, but he doesn't talk. It's the hallucination. Oh boy. So, Scooby Doo is just the fact that he talks is a hallucination. Okay. Scooby and Shaggy sat in the back of the mystery machine because they would smoke weed back there. So the dog smokes weed as well. um, that's great to know. So what the story is telling me so far is that a dog is smoking weed. That's all I got from it. Um, thus explaining when the mystery machine took off, smoke came out of it. Okay. So if you ever see so if you ever see a car oh Jesus, I can't even say this. If you ever see a car leaving a trail of smoke behind, it's not because of the engine. No, it's because someone's smoking weed in there. Okay, as for Scooby snacks, they are drugged up. This explains why Scooby and Shaggy get more courage after eating them, simply because the drugs kick in. Okay, so it's telling me that the dog is not talking, but he's taking drugs. Great writing, bro. Um, oh Jesus Christ. Uh, Shaggy and Scooby eat a ton, and it is a cause of the munchies. Oh, Scooby also earned the nickname Scooby Dooby Doo from all the doobies or joints he took in. Oh, jeez. Yeah, go figure. Um, Also, in the movie, Shaggy eventually falls in love with a girl named Mary Jane. Mary Jane is quite synonymous to marijuana. Which movie? It just says the movie. How many fucking Scooby Doo movies are out there? There's like what? Logic Machine broke. Yeah. Oh, hello, Aleph. Um, but what about the rest of the gang? Why did the jock and popular girl hang out with the nerd and the stoner kid? That's a great question. Well, Fred. Oh Jesus. Fred and Daphne. Is that how you spell her name? I never knew that. I just like never questioned how her name was spelled and like it's weird. It's like Daphne. Anyway, Well, Fred and Daphne are a couple from the popular gang, but they didn't care as much about getting popular as they did getting high. And the gang gets drugs because Velma messes with the chemistry of growing weed. The chemistry of growing weed. You heard it here, folks. Jesus Christ. What am I getting myself into? Let's continue this one. Getting. Shanky will stop at no costs for getting money being rich, and Fred being the leader of it all. Also, Fred and Daphne are sex addicted. They secretly go off in the mystery machine to exchange into strange sexual acts, while Velma, Shag, and Scoop go together into the other direction. Hello? Hello. I think the microphone cut off. Is it working now? Okay, good. Um, Christ. Okay, so where was I? I'm taking most of these off of the tries to be serious. Okay, is this working? Hold on, let me open up Audacity. I don't know if my microphone is working properly. I is this even working right? What about now? Oh Christ. Is it good? Good. Okay. Oh, okay. So it's called Teletubbies the Truth, and well, it's gonna be good. So let's read this. Should I do a goofy voice or a serious one? Because, like, that's the question I was asking. Like, should I read this dramatically or should I just embrace the meme? Yeah, should I embrace the meme or do a serious voice? Mm, I'm gonna, like, try reading it normally um, until, like, someone in the chat says anything. So, like, anything about the question. In the years since I stopped watching television, I've never forgotten the Teletubbies. Something there hung with me, a foreboding, something of the regular, a foreboding. Wait, hold on. What the hell does foreboding mean? I don't exactly know, but this doesn't seem like a sentence. Yeah, I'm bad at English. Um, a feeling that something bad will happen, fearful apprehension. Okay, so it's okay. Okay, a foreboding, something that the digitally enhanced colors, little lilty lilty. Is that even a word? Jesus Christ, Thesaurus.com definition. Oh, it is a word. It means excitable and generic person. The more you know. Lilty childlike music and fluffy impish dancing. And wait, what? Okay, something that the digitally enhanced colors, lilty childlike music, impish dancing couldn't wipe away. Something dark, darker than most expect. Ooh, spooky. Okay, I'm only one paragraph, and what am I getting myself into? And no, I'm not haunted by the alleged liberal agenda of the show. I don't care that a bunch of right wing folks feel threatened by some puppy dancing TV people. No, it was something else that I couldn't put my finger on. What was it that I can't speak English today. What was it that resonated so deep in the core of me about Tinky Winky, Dipsy Lala, and Po, Poo, Poo, Spooked? By the way, it's like 6 a.m. over here, so it's like if I sound tired, that's why. I woke one night in a sweat. The revelation being capitalized. Like the punctuation was pretty good up until this point, but randomly just revelation, not at the beginning of a sentence, like the revelation, both words are capitalized. What is this? The revelation came to me and it shook me to my marrow. Jesus Christ, so many words I don't know. A long white flesh gourd with green skin, which is eaten as a vegetable. So it's a vegetable. He shook him to his vegetable apparently. The revelation came to me and it shook me to my marrow. It's so much more complex than any child can grasp. So thick is the subtext that it could be misinterpreted or missed completely by the adults that are watching. Maybe those that fear the agenda only had it partly right. It's not a liberal agenda. It's simply a warning. We all know that the Teletubbies is communist propaganda, so it's like we all know where this is going. Teletubbies is a dark, Orwellian nightmare about a genetically engineered slave class creatures being systematically trained to become part of our society. Isn't that like every fucking human, to be honest? Um, in order for you to see what I mean, you need to TiVo or tape an episode. Okay, what the hell is a TiVo? What is the TiVo? Okay, no. Oh, it's a digital video recorder developed and marketed by the TiVo Corporation, introduced in 1999. The fact that I had to Google that to know what it is kind of shows that it was unnecessary to put it in. Like, you could have just said record an episode or something. Oh, Jesus Christ. Also, TiVo is capitalized. Just check the listings of your local PBS station. Jokes on you, we don't have PBS over here. Just watch one and you will see exactly what I am talking about. Then perhaps the words that follow and the evidence I provide will resonate within you as they do in me. I doubt that, sir. While no backstory has ever been provided on the show about where the Teletubbies or even where they come from, one thing is clear: they are not in control of their own destiny. Bum bum bum. I'm having so much fun here. Um, Three things control their day-to-day lives. First, there is the voice, a teeny female voice that tells them when to eat, when to sleep, and when to say goodbye. The robotic maternal voice blasts from a speaker implanted in the ground, hinting that something larger lies underneath and is constantly vigilant. The second is Nunu, a harmless looking anthropomorphic vacuum cleaner robot who wanders after them. Okay, I've never seen Teletubbies, so your guess is as good as mine. Cleaning up their messes that they made and passively scolding them for bad decisions. Nunu is the watchdog, the controlling tool of the powers that have placed the Tubbies here. The third in the triumvirate is the iconic, menacing pinwheel. Oh, what the hell does third in the triumvirate, triumvirate mean? Hold on. Nunu. Is the name historians gave. The second triumvirate is the name historians have given to the official political alliance of Gaius Julius Caesar Octavianus or Caesar Augustus, Marcus Antonius, and Marcus Aemilius Lepidus, formed on 27 November 43 BC with the enactment of the Lake State. Yeah, the adoption of which is viewed as marking. Okay, so it's something to do with Romans, and okay, I think I gotta get the gist of what it's mean. The pinwheel is the true power in Tubbyland, a mystical godhead that the simple-minded Teletubbies worship. When the pinwheel spins, Tubbies stop whatever they are doing to run to the top of a hill, where they where they perform a ritual for the gods in the sky, trying to curry favor. They gestate and roll around like puppies, having their bellies rubbed, trying to win the ultimate prize, and only one is favored. only one can be chosen. When that one is chosen, they are blessed by having the genetically implanted bioelectric television screens in their abdomen activated. What? The tubby is rewarded not only by being the pinwheel's messenger to the other tubbies, a mouthpiece, if you will. Oh, that was necessary, but also apparently by a physical orgasm of joy at the activation of the screen. That got what? A physical orgasm of joy. That caught me off guard. You can make this shit up. I'm telling you. Oh, oh no. Okay. Oh no. We're we're about halfway through this. And what does the screen show? It shows an indoctrination film. Here is the world of man and one of its customs. Learn, for you will soon join us. Live among us and serve us. A message from the pinwheel god. I call it Revnoku because it sounds cool. Jesus Christ. That is I I did not make that up. That is a quote that is actually written in the pasta itself. I call it Revnoku just because it sounds cool. Oh Jesus. When the ritual of the indoctrination is done, the tubbies return to their day, childlike and innocent. Holy crap. Oh my god. Okay, I need some time to recover from that. Holy shit. Um, where was I? Where was I? Finally, watching over it all is the sun baby. The innocent, benevolent soul of of humankind hangs over it all, illuminating Tubbyland. You see, we are guiltless in this. We have chosen for ourselves the form of a child, an infant. What could be more guilt-free and benevolent than a cooing baby? It is a form that childlike tubbies will understand and not fear. A form used to hide the watchful totalitarian eyes that peer out from the darkness, and birds are being really fucking loud outside of my room while I'm trying to read this. Yeah. The powers that there's like a few more paragraphs of this. The powers that control Tubbyland have made it beautiful, green, and colorful. Temperature controlled. I have not determined yet if it is an island or another planet. I lean towards planet because their underground bunker they live in seems to resemble some sort of buried spacecraft. Whenever they arrive, they are cut off from an outside influence. Anyone who has ever watched The Prisoner can make the connection quickly, like Eloy from the Eloy from the Time Machine. Okay, I don't get these references. They are kept simple, stupid, sated, and enslaved in a place of vibrant beauty, lambs to the slaughter, the better to devour you with, my dear. Yeah, that was the thing I just read. I beg you to watch and decide for yourself. Oh god. I beg you to watch and decide for yourself. It's all there on the screen, and finally, for me, all the pieces fit. Children enjoy it as they should. For the colors and the nonsense. For adults, It should be a chilling warning of times to come in the future. It is a morality tale about the potential dangers of cloning and genetic manipulation abused by those who think themselves benevolent. The Tubbies are alerting us to a future where genetically crafted androgynous worker beings with entertainment bit centers built into them, that was in parentheses, I don't know why, will serve us. Slaves who will stumble and babble their way through our world, pleasing us. We are the Revnoku. We are the soulless, immoral god of their world. We demand their obedience. We demand that they perform and dance and work for us. Teletubbies is simply a warning about the encroaching darkness, the decay of human spirit as it ages, fat, bloated, and raping. What? Fat, bloated, and raping not only the natural world, but the world in the future. Parentheses, possibly parentheses. Teletubbies is about the end of the world, and they're just like a picture of a satanic Teletubby. I don't know about you, but that was amazing. Okay, what else should I read? Um, ooh, this one is called Frozen Lost Clip. Um, yeah, it's short. It's short. Okay, I'm gonna do this right now. I used to love the movie Frozen. I had a collection of Frozen toys, and I had the movie on DVD as well. It's just one really long paragraph. Oh God. I don't look at Frozen the same way again because there was a deleted scene in the movie that Disney removed. It all started when I wanted to watch Frozen again, so I popped the disc in and I was watching the movie for a little while, but all of a sudden static appeared on the screen and then I saw a different scene instead of. There is no punctuation, okay? Instead of the other one, and this is how it started, comma. It had Elsa, but she was disembodied and there was blood all over the ice castle, comma. When I saw that, I had a shocked look on my face, on myself. So I thought I just saw something, but no, full stop. I saw Anna crying and she was crying for a long time, and that's when I was getting bored. But then, spelled with an A, the scene stopped and Anna got Elsa's head and buried it in the stove so she could hide the evidence. And that Anna came into the town and killed everybody in the town just in case being one word, and gore was everywhere, and Anna had blood all over her body, and people's entrails were spilled onto the walls, full stop. Then Olaf came along and saw this, so Olaf got out a chainsaw and killed Anna, and blood was everywhere. So then Olaf was the last person, and he lived it on. That's when, and he lived it on. That's when the end was on the screen, meaning that this was an alternative ending. But then Static came on the screen, and it came back to regular Frozen. So then I got out a baseball bat and destroyed my TV, and I destroyed almost everything in my house. I also threw away everything related to Frozen in my house, and I cut my own arm off. But then my TV turned on one last time while it was broken, and it showed a hyper-realistic Olaf staring directly at me. Then I died after that, and my life has ended. Full stop. I don't know about you, but I don't know about you, but that was the best thing I have ever heard in my entire life. Oh Jesus! What else is there? Creepypasta is gonna be good if it ends in .exe. Um, One I haven't seen before is called Rouge.exe. I'm gonna read this one. Okay, so the last one was just like one fucking long ass paragraph. This is a bunch of really short paragraphs. Uh, Deletion log refugees. Okay. Oh Jesus Christ! This also has no punctuation. Oh God. Hey, my name is Christopher Williams. I'm a big fan of Rouge the Bat, and I want to made Rouge call her. Oh Jesus Christ! This is gonna be told in broken English. Dark Rouge XE image by Gmod. I find a perfect picture to create. I got scared of her right now in the way she eat people. In shock, people blot out. She was white in Gary old picture, and her sister is white rouge. Oh Christ. She a powerful lady, she hurt people. I kill to her line is I am dark rouge and I go take your heart out, and white one, I am white rouge. I will suck your soul out, she found. Knuckles and Knuckles turned head, and she got a creepy smile her face, and her sister too. Then he about our powerful. Okay, no, this is just shit posting. I'm not gonna read this one. Fuck you. Oh, hold on. Oh, can you guys hear me? That was the best thing I had ever heard in my life. Okay, okay, good. Okay. my mic cut off again? God damn it. Hold on. That was the best thing I have ever heard in my entire life. Jesus. Oh. Okay, this one is just boring. I'll just move on to the next one, to be honest. Yeah, this live stream isn't going well. This one's called. Okay, this one should be interesting. It is called. Hold on. I need to just have something here to check that my microphone is still working because it keeps cutting out and I don't like that. Anyway, the real secret notch theory. Secret spelled with like two E's, like Seecret. Oh god. It's another one of those conspiracy pastas. As you can tell, Marcus Notch Persson was the creator of Minecraft. Yes, I can tell that. It's a well-known fact. This is up to a great start. I don't know about you, but it's up to a great start. So, as you can tell, Marcus Notch Persson was the creator of Minecraft and has worked hard to make the official release and helping Mojang to continue developing it for him. But what you didn't know is that he is a more of a secret person. You want to know why? Well, I tell you. I mean, sure. Well, why the hell not? Notch did have a dead brother. Okay, no, I'm done. I'm done. No. What? Are we really going there? Are we really going to the Herobrine theory? Let's just continue. Notch did have a dead brother. He was found dead during the time Notch went to college. He was put in a coffin, and they put his computer with him. What? Who does that? Who buries someone with a computer? You ever heard of that? I sure haven't. Secretly, his dead brother was a zombie. Sure, just he kept it a secret that his dead brother was a zombie. This is a real thing, guys. Notch has a dead brother and he's a zombie. He was a zombie. Past tense. Past tense. Secretly, his dead brother was a zombie and made a character that looks so simple that it still scares people. He uses a Steve skin, except that it has a smile instead of an emotionless expression and full white eyes and no pupils. He is mostly known as Herobrine, aka him. It is unknown what his real name is. Notch found out he was alive. Oh, Notch found out he was alive. Until then, he thought he was dead. I often don't realize I am alive, so I can blame Notch for this. Yeah, Notch found out he was alive, and he promised to never give out Herobrine's real name in real life. In reality, he really promised to never really give out real Herobrine's real name in real life. 666. Um, yeah. He made jokes of adding Herobrine, removing Herobrine, and he always made excuses for not having a dead brother. Yeah, I know the feeling, bro. I always have to make excuses for not having dead brothers. It's like so irritating. But people just don't believe me when I tell them that I do not have a dead brother. It's sad, bro. Um, He also chose a pixel-like texture for a Minecraft due to his likeness to the nostalgia. Oh, I dropped my microphone. This, oops. Um, yeah. He also chose a pixel-like texture for Minecraft due to his likeness to the nostalgia 8-bit graphics. He got the idea of the skeleton because of a overrated troll pasta cliche. Hold the hell on. And then a skeleton popped out. Oh. Okay. He was also a spy. He stole as much minerals as he can. He stole as much minerals as he can. What is grammar? And he can actually put them into Minecraft using technology so power not even your computer can handle it. Excuse me. Was that an actual sentence I read? Was- okay. He didn't make the pixel art. He actually took them in without permission and made a big 8-bit graphic 3D object. Sure. Let that sink in. So when you play Minecraft, ask yourself, why am I even playing a game by a person who wouldn't believe this? That was fucking amazing. I don't know about you. And then a skeleton popped out. Oh, my jaw hurts from all the reading. Hmm. Okay, this one is called NES Metroid Creepypasta Brinstar. Okay, this one is a bit long, but I'm gonna try reading it. Wish me luck. Oh Jesus Christ! Someone message me in Discord. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna do this in like a more goofy voice because I can. One of my favorite childhood games was Metroid for the NES. I got the game for my 7th birthday. I played it for hours, but over the years, new systems came out and the new Metroid game were released. I still play the NES, but I didn't play the original Metroid. One day, while playing Metroid Zero Mission for 2GBA, for 2GBA, I noticed that there was an option to play the original Metroid. I was done with all my schoolwork, so I decided to take out my NES and pop the game in. I have many NES games. What? Hold on. So, playing a Game Boy game, the game gave him an option to play the original Metroid for the NES, and so he did that, and he put the Game Boy game in the NES. Okay. Oh no, he put the NES cartridge. I took a while to find the copy of Metroid, and I did. When I put the game in, the screen cut to black, but then I heard the theme of Metroid proudly coming out of the speakers, and in no time flat, I had already obtained a long beam and a more and a more ball. But when I went through the tunnel that leads to the next sector of Brinstar, I noticed something. The other side of the tunnel was lined with a blood red black sprite. I know I haven't played Metroid for a while, but I'm positive this wasn't in the game. I proceeded through the next door with caution. Yeah, just, you know, with caution, as one does. 666. When I was pretty surprised when I entered this room. What? Jesus Christ, this grammar is giving me cancer. When I was pretty surprised when I entered this room, I felt a sense of dread. The Brinstar music that presently played was now slowed down while being followed by a low pitched heartbeat. Yes, low pitched heartbeat, because heartbeats are generally very high pitched. Who wrote this? The room was very large, and like the blocks in the tunnel, the entire room was red. I also noticed that the game that wait, what? Oh my god. Okay, I'm going to read this verbatim. I also noticed in the game that, comma, my energy bar, comma, and missile tank icons were missing, comma. Now know that abnormality of the game has reached new levels, full stop. I proceeded through the next door with caution. Yeah, just, okay, I think I had enough time for that to sink in. Hmm. Jesus Christ. If I was going to beat the game, I would have to be very persistent with my actions. As you could see in the screenshot, there were two red zoomers and a green hatch. I knew from the Metroid games that green represented a super missile hatch or a pulse beam, possibly. Hmm. Yeah, you knew that it was a missile hatch very well. Or was it a pulse beam? I don't know, but I knew it very well. Who wrote this? Who actually wrote this? I didn't really care at the moment, so I decided to jump down. When I did, there was another green hatch and a blue hatch. I went through the blue one. This person has a spelling issue. There was a very long hallway. I at least spent 5 minutes walking through. Jesus, I just get bored after that. I heard a scuttling sound, and then I saw it crawling from the left side of the screen. A large red Hercules beetle-like creature. Oh, it has pictures to go along with it. Great. It kinda looked like a Zeb, pre-ironic, because Zebs are the smallest enemy in the game, but this red beetle, in quotation marks, was larger than Samus full stop. Samus is spelled with a lowercase s. Why am I even reading this? Holy shit. I'm gonna go slowly insane. It only it OLY. It only took a few seconds of examining Samus before it emitted a blood-curdling screech and rushed her. I was forced to run away from that horrible thing. I ran until I finally made it to the blue hedge again and went through. I figured I wouldn't have to fight that horrible thing again, but boy was I wrong. I jumped back when I heard the loud sound of the hedge breaking into bits while the red beetle charged through. I guess I was going to have to fight the ugly bastard after all. If there's one thing good about this fight, is that the beetle didn't have many attacks, and the large snapping tusks seemed to slow it down a little. I'm doing this voice now, just deal with it. The beetle was resistant to all of my attacks when I only had the long beam, so I knew this was going to be a long fight. Oh Christ. After some visualization, I further noted the weakness of this boss. There's a boss just like this in Metroid Prime, every time. Every time. I did not mispronounce that. Every time. That's how it's spelled. I'm not like you could make this up. Every time the boss had its back turned, you could fire a beam at the boss's back, which is its weak point. But because it was in a 2D perspective, the boss was even more relentless, and because my health bar was gone, there was no room for errors. Or, for all you know, the health bar was gone, but like You still had health, just that it didn't show, or you had infinite health. Who knows? No, just assume that one hit you're dead. I mean, why the hell not? I did take a few hits, but I feel as the abnormality of the game was trying to tell me something, as if it's saying, turn the game off, in all caps. But that just made me even more curious. What was the rest of the game like? And what else would be in store for me if I continued? In the last stretch of the battle, the boss was now much faster. It, it would constantly rush back and forth, for, back and forth, Fourth, gnish, gnishing its jaws. Not even question if that's a word. I'm just its jaws, but soon this evil 8-bit abomination was blown into oblivion. The creature died when its abdomen finally exploded, and it sank into the ground. When it died, it dropped the missile expansion. Expansion spelled Expantion. What's wrong with this person? I wanted to see what else was on the other side of the blue. Oh, oh, sorry for the stop. It wasn't supposed to be a stop. It just formatted terribly. I wanted to see what else was on the other side of the blue hatch. I reluctantly reluctant. I reluctantly went as one word. Wonderful. I reluctantly went through, of course. I spent another 7 minutes traveling through the red hallway until I found the other side. There was a sideways Teresa statue. The hatch was grey and the Teresa was holding a purple orb. Of course, the hatch wouldn't open. I turned back and as I walked back to the room where I fought the beetle. Oh, beetle, not battle. I thought it was a. Oh, I'm stupid. Okay. I turned back, and as I walked back to the room where I found the beetle, I heard a loud rumbling sound, and the screen shook. I cautiously proceeded to the destroyed hatch, to see that there was an opening in the ground leading to the crane's lair. I had no choice but to jump down the hole and go down the elevator to the crane's lair. Dot dot dot. And then the pasta just fucking ends to be continued. It's just end of part one. Jesus Christ, this was terrible. Like it started off just boring. It just started getting really weird with the terrible spelling. That was the most funny part, but other than that, it's just fucking boring. Just it's not even like hilarious bad. It's just boring bad. Christ, Christ. Um, I guess I'm just gonna do one more before ending this. Okay, there's two creepypastas I'm like really split between. One of them is called Pokemon Lost Episode Ash's Biggest Suicide, and the other one is literally called Minecraft Satan Edition. Okay. Um. Which one of these two should I read? Christ. Um. Like these are both really freaking good-looking titles. I'm just gonna look at them a bit and just see which one is shorter. Okay, this one is like really long, and this one is Satan Edition. This one's not as long. So last past I'll be reading tonight is Minecraft Satan Edition. um, let the title sink in. Satan Edition. Right. Here we go. Um, I loved Minecraft. Notice the past tense in love. I know you might not believe this, but I stopped playing Minecraft because I found out that the devil was behind it. Let me explain. One day, I was playing with my friend Eric. I didn't have Minecraft for PC. I only had the Xbox Edition. I wanted some way to play Minecraft on the go, so I bought Pocket Edition. Since Eric didn't have an Xbox, he had Pocket Edition too. So we decided to play with each other, viewing our creations. Stuff like that. After a solid start, like some pointless parts of exposition, but pretty good. I mean, not terrible, but just boring. Um, he asked me if I had a sort of parkour map. I did. So I scrolled down to what I called Parkour World. As I scrolled down, I noticed the world simply called Hell. The screenshot of the world was deleted, which was weird because it wasn't edited yet. So I simply deleted the world. Nothing happened. I'm just gonna read the rest of the pasta like that. It just dropped the hell bomb on me. Nothing happened. I keep trying to delete it, but it wouldn't go away since my friend was waiting patiently. I decided to ignore it and go to my world. After that, we played the parkour and screwed around. So, this guy just found a world he didn't remember making. And he wasn't curious at all. He was just straight up losing his shit, trying to delete it. Okay. Someone's been reading too many creepypastas. Good figure. Okay. This is just one huge block of text, and it's like, Jesus Christ. Okay. After After that, we played the parkour and screwed around. What was weird is that I found the invisible blocks that would randomly replace stuff around the world. At first, I didn't care until almost the whole world was covered in invisible blocks. Eric couldn't do anything because he was trapped by all of the blocks. Luckily, I made the backup for the world just for this occasion. So he just like foresaw that you just get fucking corrupted as hell and just have a lot of invisible blocks. That's, common occurrence, if you ask me. I deleted the current world and we went through the backup world. But what was strange was that the splash text on the title screen said 666. 666. I thought it was a weird joke and moved on. When we joined the server, we got bored and started to spawn some cows, but what was weird was that the cows looked depressed. The cows looked depressed. Depressed cows. Depressed cows. Why? What? Just When they died, they would let a distorted cry. Oh no. We were both creeped out and decided to exit and play a survival server. When I joined, I had all my items as last time, but what was weird was that the sword was covered in blood. It wasn't even it, it, it wasn't even named the Diamond Sword. It was called the Bloody Murderer. Yeah, I mean, it just could be like some edgy kid just calling it the Bloody Murderer, but nope, no. Just it's just gotta be creepy. It's gotta be spooky. It's gotta be covered in blood. It's gotta be the the bloody murderer. It's gotta be edgy and creepy and 666. Oh god. I was freaked out, but Eric was even more, as on his Kindle he saw creepers. His Kindle? What? The Kindle is like that thing you read books on, right? Okay? He saw creepers, but these were. I was freaked out, but then Eric was even more, as on his Kindle he saw creepers stop. But there weren't any normal creepers, comma, as their faces were full of tears, full stop. Freaked out, Eric ran away. Eric ran away as the creeper exploded with its guts going out of his body. Wait, what? So there was a creeper in the real world. Okay. Oh no, it's in Minecraft. Hold on. So there was a Kindle in Minecraft? You're sending me mixed messages. I don't understand. This pasta is shit. He collected his items, which are named Bloody Silver. No, jokes on you. That was like a long time ago. Now it should be like Bloody Gunpowder. Get it right, goddammit. Eric came to my house, in where he looked at his crafting chest. It like this pasta doesn't make it clear at all when whether if it's like talking about it's going in the real life or in the game. It's just like terrible. Oh god. Eric came into my house in where he looked at his crafting chest. Crafting chest? Hold on, isn't it crafting table or just chest? Whatever. If you combined the bloody sulfur with an arrow, it would create. He would create a decorative item, simple, lovely decoration. I did not misread that. That's just how the pasta is written. It's just terrible. Eric was scared as much as I was. Suddenly, a cluster of zombie skeletons and spiders, all angry and covered in blood, approached us. They looked realistic, as if the mobs were actually real. We tried to run into We tried to turn it into peaceful. We tried to kill them. We tried to exit, but nothing would work, so you couldn't even stop the game. Okay? I mean, sure, like Satan, I guess, can stop you from turning off the game. Fine. I wasn't stupid, of course, so I tried shutting off my iPad, but after 4 seconds, the game came back with an ear-piercing scream. Suddenly, the chat said, "Server, Satan has joined the game! Oh no!" Oh Christ. Satan has joined the game. Hi there, Satan. Hey, how are you, Satan? You're my best buddy, Satan. Jesus Christ. Back to the story, I guess. We just froze. Nobody else was in the house, and online was off. I looked at my iPhone. It then said, "Satan, everybody in this world is after you. Satan, your family is not your family. Satan, you are a waste of life. Satan, your brother shouldn't be the same reality as you." Like, he wrote like a different line, like separated lines for each line Satan said, but like the last two are just written as one line, but with still like the Satan separator. Like, what the hell is the story? Literally hell. I was just about to get my hammer and smash the iPod. Hold on, did you say it was an iPad? Yeah, you did. Okay. I mean, I don't think if the game is on your iPad, I don't think smashing the iPod would do much, but whatever. I guess that's what Satan does to people. Until I heard a scream from upstairs. It was my little brother, Andrew. I went upstairs to find him with a sword in his body, bloody. There was a text embedded on it that read, Bloody Murderer. Back downstairs, I saw it in the chat server. Andrew has died. Then Eric said to me, in all caps, "Oh my god!" Exclamation point! Exclamation point! We must smash your tablets! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Look at mine, comma two! Exclamation point! Before his quote, it starts with quotation marks, but it just never ends. So from this point on, everything I say is just what Eric is saying to the protagonist. Mhm. I looked at Eric's Kindle. Everything was a negative color. The music was heavily distorted, and there was satanic whispering in the background. Just then, Eric accidentally mined the door. All of the monsters came in and brutally killed Eric. As they killed him in game, he dropped dead in real life. Server, Eric has died. The edge is just like over the edge, if you know what I mean. It's almost over. Just I then looked at my phone. I now only had 13 pentagrams in my inventory as opposed to having 14 pentagrams. They all did nothing. Screams and cries of help, along with loud demonic chanting, filled the speakers. How do you feel a speaker? Just asking. I picked up my hammer and destroyed the iPad. Oh, so it's a so like you had to destroy both iPad and your iPod. I guess Apple is just controlled by Satan. My hammer caught on fire. I'm pretty sure that's not how it works. I'm pretty sure hammers aren't flammable. As I looked at Eric's phone, which said, Satan, thought you could kill me? Silly human. They will kill you. New paragraph, full stop. Just then, comma, my door opened as the mobs came running at me. I died in game, which caused me to get killed in reality. The chat text was entered a bit early, so I was able to read this, but not for long. Server, Danny has died. Server, deleting the world survival. Sur- Also, finally, end quotes, like survival is in quotes, but that's end quotes from Eric's quotes. Like that's just whatever. Deleting world survival server, transferring all entities to world hell. As right as write this to you down in the underworld. Before I become a devil's minion, please stop playing Minecraft, as the same thing can happen to you. Well, I don't know about you, but that was wonderful. That was just amazing. Words cannot describe what that was, but it was amazing. I think that that does it for now. I might do this again in the future, but holy crap. I sure had fun reading this, but my jaw hurts. And it's like 7 in the morning. So I'm just gonna end this. Goodbye.